Hello, everyone! I'm Nox, your friendly neighborhood catboy, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Y playthrough. This is part 9. Don't ask what happened to part 8. It doesn't exist right now for reasons that you will never know of.
Yes.
Anyways, with me here tonight is my favorite person in the world, my girlfriend Jackson. Or
I am kind of dying. It's okay.
I'm here as well, but my mother's calling, so hang on a second.
I'm back.
Also, you could just say because there was technical difficulties last time, so
well,
we
yeah,
gotta
but I like
piece
to
it
leave an
together.
air of mystery. But yeah, also, Sid, as you heard, and Wario, as you heard, my wonderful viewers, those are the people with me tonight. There may be more people popping in later. I don't know if they're going to leave their voice chat for this, but I do know one of them entered my Discord server before stream started, so that's promising.
I'm the only one that's not muted right now.
Wonderful.
Not anymore because Jackson temporarily unmuted to prove me wrong. I think.
No,
let's...
I gotta ask a question as soon as I unmuted.
Oh. Well.
Anyway, I'm back. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
And yeah, it's
Sid, I gotta send you a DM real quick.
Okay.
Oh, a DM about what?
No, I'm sending it to Sid.
To me.
Ah. Gotcha.
If it's a DM, it's private.
Understandable. Also, Clover will be here.
Yo, Clover!
Yo, Clover, let's go! I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this bug, fuck off. Fucking fly.
Alright, sent you the DM.
Alright, so Clover says that he'll be here in about 30 minutes.
Yippee!
And then when he gets here, I'll give him the Nyabber role so that he can join the VC. And then we'll be good to go. And that's going to be fun. Because Clover is my bro. he's a great guy.
Are
One of
we
my
waiting
best
on
friends.
Clover to start?
No, we're not. I just had to tell him about the things.
Yeah.
He got really quiet for some reason. I don't know why. Like for no apparent reason.
So, yeah. This is gonna be a pretty good stream, I think. A pretty good stream indeed. I'll just make sure that Clover has the proper role.
Awesome.
He does have the proper role, so he'll be able to just pop into the VC as soon as he gets here. Wonderful.
Nice.
And now, to begin.
If you hear noise, by the way, I apologize. It's very hot in my room.
Oh, you want to talk about heat? You want to talk about heat? It's hot here, too. It's been raining all day, so it's super...
Yeah, you want to talk about heat? I got out, I walked around at an amusement park in 97-degree weather, degrees Fahrenheit.
I was at a farm today, around 80 degrees, for several hours. I live next to Canada.
Yeah,
Wow.
I step out to check the mail this morning, and I'm already drenched in sweat in like a minute. It's fucking dumb.
All right, let's double check the team. We've got Forge in the lead because fire type. I'll just heal him right quick. I think I have... There we go. All right. So, we've got Forge, Charles, Flablanc, Superman, Beeg, Kurt, and Sugar Shock. Should be a good team for this.
But yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yippee! I'm not gonna be voicing today
Yippee.
because I've got a bit of a sore throat.
Understandable.
And I'm not
I-
either because I've lost like 95% of my vocal range.
I'm the only one in here who isn't having throat issues.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm being left
Imagine
out.
not being voice acting.
I can't voice
I
act
can
for
give you
shit.
throat issues. I can give you throat issues.
Uh,
want 'em?
no thanks.
Uh,
No, thank you. But yeah, I can't voice act for
What about
for
that?
shit.
You seen
I-
Down Forth the other day.
Eh. Anyways, I can't voice act for shit. All I can do is a couple
Well.
accents, and that's it.
well,
So
well, maybe this could be good practice.
maybe, but it's also going to be embarrassing.
I can do the
Okay,
10-year-old
well-
boys.
Well, considering the lore of Pokemon and how the main characters are 10 years old when they get their Pokemon, that would be a perfect fit if our character talked. But you might be able to do the voice of one of the other trainers.
I don't know who, but see, I really don't know who the fuck I could voice. Cause like you hear me right now, I'm not.
You
Just find
could
someone. Just find another
I
NPC
can
that
read-
has severe throat problems.
you could voice the
Yeah,
nerdy
I-
kid.
Wait, I can read everything. If you want.
What? You muted in the middle of your word.
Someone probably talking to him.
No, I'm chewing. Hold on.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Food.
Yeah,
Anyways, time
food.
to injure an old man's pets.
Wait.
Yeah,
I
let's
said,
fucking go.
I said I can read everything. It'll be really cringe. But I can read. Sid, are you
that's
willing?
up to you.
Sid, are you willing to read other people so it's not just confusing for me reading the same? Oh, there's Bill. Everyone
I
is
really
reading
don't know
different
if I can. I'm sorry. I really don't know if I can.
Okay, well, I can't see, so hold on. Let me turn my phone sideways and then I can read.
Okay.
Sorry, we passed the Bill statue. There's a statue of a man that looks like he's peeing, but he's not. And it's Bill something.
Bill Cipher?
Buffalo Bill. No, not Bill
Nice.
Cipher.
Wait, are you
Bill
fucking
Cipher has a
Wait.
penis.
Wario because Bill Cipher has a penis.
Well, I mean, we don't know.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, he could.
Wait, if he's got one eye, does that mean he has one ball and like half a penis? Half a penis, like half a ball. Okay, anyways.
I don't think that's how that works.
Okay, well, you know, it's okay. Okay, what does it say? It says ho. It says ho. So you made it clear up here. I'm the gym leader. Remus is the name. So what'd you think, whippersnapper?
I think this whippersnapper is gonna
No.
whippersnipper all of your Pokemon. Let's battle!
That
That's
does
not
not
what
sound
you were gonna
right.
say. I thought you were gonna say whippersnipper all your balls. Okay. Everyone, stay new to your pets. Whippersnipper your pets' balls, okay? Just gotta advertise that. Oh wait, their strength is a sign of my strength as a gardener and a gym leader. Is this you, Beth? Bethany's the gardener. Oh, I read that. You sure you're up to facing all that?
Yes. Every 10-year-old does this, old man.
That X and Y?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bethany just guessed what game we were playing by my reading.
Whippersnapper and grass. I know that old man.
Hey, but do you remember the pro photog? Because I am a pro photog, guys. I'm going to college to be a pro photog.
Yo, Profotog.
Let's go.
Pro photog. You gotta whippersnap that dude's balls. Charmander, whippersnap the balls.
He's a Charizard, and his name is
Charizard.
Forge.
I can't fucking my brain, okay? I'm a forge the balls.
Here we go. Mega Evolution and fire burst or flame burst or whatever it's called. Yeah, this is probably gonna kill this thing right away.
I wonder, wait, if I say each one of y'all's names, I wonder how my voice will crack on each one of y'all's names. So we've got Nox. Damn, I can't even get that one out. Nox doesn't exist. Nox.
You got Nax.
Knack? Hit PlayStation game Knack?
Yo, I love that game. I saw a playthrough of it. It was cool.
Okay, so we got Nox. Got Sid.
Superman is almost level
Mr.
30.
Wait, and then we've got Wario, whose name turned out the best.
War.io.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you didn't say my full name. It's Wari OS operating system.
Oh, my bad. Wario OS operating system.
Mr. Acid Trip Computer Man.
Yeah.
Kevin?
No, not Kevin.
Yo, I just realized that Wario's aesthetic gives me Big Jeff vibes. Sid, what do you think of that?
Webcore maybe a little bit, but like at the same time,
I mean, like all of
it's
the
not
colors.
really entirely like the colors for sure. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant was all the colors.
Yeah.
And like the dream core ass looking avatar, you know?
Wait, did you just say ass?
I did say ass.
Never cuss. That's funny. Okay,
Well, ass isn't really a cuss anymore, is it? Like, what is swearing other than...
None
Look.
of the cuss words started out as cuss words. The F word actually originated from, no matter what Google tells you, it originated from Latin, which is fucio, which means to make. That's where the F word originated, not Greek, not German. I don't give a shit what Google says, because it's wrong. 'Cause Google doesn't take into account Latin because no one speaks it anymore.
Hey,
But I, who happen to have taken Latin, would know that.
hey, here's a question for you all. What even are swear words other than words that people react poorly to? If people just stopped caring about swear words, they'd stop being swear words.
I think
Yeah.
that's
That's happened several times.
Yeah, okay. At this point, bitch is like, oh hey bitch, like is like a greeting, you know, like for some people, bitch isn't always a bad thing, and that's also it depends on the context you use it in. Because when I was in India, people would just cuss at us all the time, just casually, in conversation, and they'd have no clue what like the weight of what they were saying was, but they said it happily, like the doctor there was like, now I go look at the ass. And I was like, that's not, you don't say that. It's okay. So I guess it depends on the person and how it's being
Also, bitch means female dog. That's it.
Yeah. That's basic. You're basically just being. That's basically calling somebody a dog then.
Okay, but dogs are
Exactly.
vibing.
Yeah, but calling somebody a dog is kind of an insult. Like it's been an insult for most of history.
Look, if someone called me a dog, I'd be like, so? I mean, I'd prefer if you called me a cat, but dogs have good
No.
lives.
I was gonna say, no, you wouldn't. You'd be like, no, I'm a cat, and you'd be sad about it.
No, like, I
Yeah,
just...
but mainly because throughout most of history, when somebody called you a dog, it was mainly like you're filthy, you're disgusting, you're a mutt. It was basically that.
Have you
That's what
seen
it
how
was.
people pamper their
Anyways.
pets?
Anyway,
Back in the day, Knox.
guys,
Are you saying people didn't used to pamper their pets?
I'm gonna die in a wreck because I'm making Bethany
No.
laugh. And she,
Don't
No,
die.
you want to die.
I'm talking back in medieval times.
You think in medieval times people didn't take care of their pets?
Yes.
yes!
Yes.
Oh my god! They didn't have all the equipment and shit we do. They like would
did
shoot
not
their pets.
exist
No,
back then, Knox.
well, no. Also,
They still cared about their
also-
pets.
No, Nox, whenever their pets would get sick and they didn't know what to do, they would shoot them because they couldn't help them and they didn't want them to be in pain. And like when they would get rabies, they just shoot them. Like
That's the same
ever.
as euthanasia for elderly pets today. Literally putting them out of their misery so that they don't suffer anymore.
Nox, I want you to know that literally there were a lot more strays than there were today back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how do you think we got so many domesticated dog breeds? They had to come up somewhere. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
that
I have to
happened.
read. Wait, I have to read. Hold on. You believe in your Pokemon, and they believe in you too. Thanks, man. God. Mighty. Wait. Yeah. Oh, Mighty Oaks from Acorns Grove.
Yo, Professor Oak? I didn't know he cameoed in this game.
Well, okay, I mean, did he have kids? Wait, from Mighty Oaks, Morningwood, Acorns Grove, the children. I'm so great. I am not perverted at all. Okay, go on then. You've earned it. Here's your own plant badge, Sprout. Oh, maybe he's one of Professor Oak's kids. He's the Sprout. He's grown up so fast.
Yo, it's a thing. I got the
No,
thing.
Crazy.
Why do I have the urge to sing the song My Ding-a-Ling now?
I don't know. I was doing a Zelda reference. Because somebody said when they got an item, they're like, to the tune of the chest opening thing, they were like, I got the thing. And it was funny. And now I'm referencing it.
Nice.
I
didn't
keep forgetting.
read that.
I keep forgetting it's the 10th anniversary of Gravity Falls.
Yo, it
Yeah.
is?
I have to write a school assignment. I forgot about that. It's due in like 2 hours. It's okay.
Yeah,
Hey, you guys.
I only found out about it being Gravity Falls 10th anniversary because Alex Hirsch made like a 3D sort of like diorama thing of the Mystery Shack, and then somebody replied with, "I'm not. Oh, I wish this was an NFT." And Alex Hirsch responded, like purely in character of Grunkle Stan, just like these fists are fungible, kid.
Yeah. Fucking amazing.
Wait, I have a question for you guys. Can I ask a question real quick? This is mainly for Sid and Nox because Wario, I don't know if you know me well enough, but we have to, for the assignment, include an artist and like we have to pick an artist and then write about them and include some of their work and why we like it and all that. And I'm gonna do
We
Hang
cannot
on.
hear you.
Your audio died.
For those who don't know,
He died.
Toby Keith asked. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Like, it perished.
Jackson's gonna come back in a bit, I think. There he is.
Okay, is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. So what the fuck were you saying before you died?
I'm saying that I have to turn in a school project and it'll be easy. I just gotta decide who to write about. I have to pick a musical artist. It could be an artist, but I want to do musical artist because we can. I was debating on doing a country singer that I like Toby Keith, because he's got stomach cancer. For you guys on the stream or who don't know, Toby Keith is one of my favorite country singers. I used to listen to all the time when I was little. I was mad at my parents and stuff. So he means a lot to me. He's got stomach cancer and he's gonna die, and I like almost cried about it the other day.
Bruh.
I was
don't know if I
gonna
should write about
I was gonna suggest you write about him, but I was trying to think of his name, and the only name that would pop into my head was Bob Marley for some reason.
Bruh.
No, Bob Marley is totally the one to fuck.
Wait, so who is Bob
Okay.
Marley? Why was I thinking of that name?
Because he's a musical artist.
Yeah, he's like reggae, isn't he?
Why do I
Wait,
know the name Bob Marley?
Because I brought him up in conversation before.
Why is that the one I remember?
Because it's
Hey,
the only
listen,
reggae
I
artist.
remember. Listen, if I can remember the name of a very specific area in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice and just think, huh, I just thought of that name. What the fuck is it? Look it up, and it turns out it's from Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's Hirata Estate, by the way. I
Bruh.
somehow remembered that. Then you
I
can
remember-
remember the name of a specific musical artist.
I remember a license plate I told myself I would never forget 9 years ago, which I am not going to say on stream because I don't know if that person still has the car. But the reason I told myself I'd never forget it was because it looked like a really sus government vehicle, and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna remember that license plate, and I've never forgotten it.
Speaking of
Mm.
license plates, I have a funny story. Did you know that someone whose last name is Grabber and whose family had a tradition of putting Grabber as their license plate got sued over sexual harassment for having Grabber as his license plate, even though it was for his last name, and he lost?
Wow. Imagine getting blamed for sexual assault just because of your last name. Goddamn.
Well, it wasn't assault, it was harassment.
Well, harassment and assault kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah,
When
but
no one's a
like
victim.
legal terms, like there's specific things, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the legal terms are very different because if the one thing leads to another, but it stops at a certain point, then it's considered like harassment.
Yeah.
But like, it depends on how far it goes. But I don't see how that's harassment. It's just the license plate.
Eh.
Well, it's because grabber, like,
Well,
like
no,
they
no.
you
You
grab
don't
at
understand.
people or something. That's
There's a car that sits at this gas station in High Point, and it's just always there. And its license plate says, now this for context, people read there is a team called the Redskins, and I think they recently changed their name because they didn't. I don't remember them.
yeah,
used
because
to be
people
called-
think
yeah.
the name was racist.
Well, it was actually, but that
Yeah.
they changed it. So the point is there's a car that sits there, and it says, "I am Skins" on the license plate.
Oh my! Oh no!
But and it's red. It's red skin color red, like the team. But it says, "I am Skins."
Oh my god!
Yeah. So if that's not sexual harassment, then
Oh,
how
oh
is
my
grabber
fucking
sexual
God.
harassment?
Oh my
Hey, my
Fuck
monitor just went black for a minute, so I had to use my OBS capture to see what I was
Oh
doing.
god! Oh god!
Bruh, oh
Hey.
my god.
I only
need
got
the
this
bathroom.
monitor like when I started college 2 years ago. I don't know why
Oh,
it's
God.
doing this.
You need
I
to
don't know.
check
Probably
the
cold.
cords in the back after stream to make sure they're plugged in correctly and tight in
Yes.
there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wait, what just happened? Sorry, I like zoned out for like 2 seconds.
Sid had to go do something.
Okay, because I thought you said that, and I was like, wait, we're streaming?
I never leave during stream. I don't have a
I
be
was-
right back screen. I never leave.
Okay, well, you might want to get that eventually.
I
I
am
have
here,
understand-
permanently, glued to this chair.
Okay, that's a problem that I'm gonna fly up there and fix right now, Buster. You better get your ass out of that chair.
No.
That was very confusing for me, Jackson, because I know someone named Buster.
Isn't
Okay,
Buster
well,
a
let me
dog
put it
name?
this way.
No, it can be a person named.
This way, either you get
Names
out of
do
that
not
chair,
have-
or your titty privileges are restricted for life. Because I'm
What-
not gonna stay in that room my whole life. You better get out of that chair up the street.
The chair has wheels on it.
You're glued
Let-
to it, man. How are you gonna do anything?
Knox, how are you gonna go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I'm
how
sure
are you
we've
gonna
got some.
talk
I'm-
people. I mean,
I-
specifically me. How are you gonna do that?
Well, I mean, I have a lap.
You know very well that does not work, sir. I know I'm gonna change the subject so Wario doesn't feel uncomfortable. So anyways, guys, it was storming earlier today, and I thought I was gonna die, and I can't go home because there's a tree blocking our road. And it's like a really narrow road, so I wouldn't be able to go around it because it's like muddy ditched. So I am stuck at my friend's house for now.
Damn,
Yeah, and I don't have my camera, and I have assignments to do.
you're stuck at a home. Are you
Are
you-
I was like,
are
don't
you-
talk about Bethany like that.
are you home stuck? Huh?
I fucking hate you. I am not Homestuck. No.
Okay, but you should read Homestuck. Everyone should read Homestuck. Anyone who sees this, anybody who sees this stream, go read Homestuck.
No, don't. For the love of God.
Yes,
Unless you've got
yes.
a
Read
shitload of
Homestuck.
time that you want to waste.
It's
then
not a waste.
then-
It's fun.
Okay, if you've got a shitload of time that you want to spend, as in like a few weeks, just reading nonstop, you don't get to eat, drink, poop, or pee, or
Hey,
anything.
hey,
yeah, you can
hey,
go ahead and
hey.
read it.
I read it in the evenings, for a week, and then I was done. That's all it took for me.
Okay, but listen, some people don't have evenings. Okay, everyone else has a life. Okay, we're not sad like you. Sorry.
But I'm
But,
not sad because I have you.
Oh my God, shut up! I'm trying to make a joke.
The joke is the possibility that I would ever be sad in a life that has you in it. Anyways,
Okay, but you were sad. You were sad today because I was in the amusement park all day. You were like, I miss you, and I was like, okay, well you can deal with it because I'm at the amusement park, and you were like, okay. You were sad.
okay, but I filled the
You were-
void with video games while you were gone, so I was kind of
You
fine.
did not. You did not fill the void because your grandparents asked you if you were okay.
Well, yeah, because
Because you were sad.
it's because I have more emotions now that I'm with you.
I called you out. Don't deny it.
Fine. I won't deny things, I just won't answer them. Anyways, Pokemon.
But guys, okay. Yes, but what artist should I write about? What musical artist? That I really like?
The one that
I could do-
has gut
So
cancer.
I could do Toby Keith, I could do Tim McGraw, I could do Fall Out Boy, I could do Brendan Urie, I could do fucking what's his face? I could do Flo Rida. I could
Oh.
do Pitbull.
This is the place. This is the place where I can. It's a Gibble.
Oh what?
A Gibble. It's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Catch it with a hair cross.
Wait, no, I have a very specific Gibble in mind that I always catch when I play this game, and it's not this one.
I'm scared.
But Gibble is like one of my favorites. Like,
I thought it was Heracross.
Heracross is my absolute favorite. Gibble is one of my favorites. There's a list of them, and Heracross is at the top, and Gibble is like very close below that.
Apparently, a game I've been playing for years has cut content where you could have gone to the moon.
Wow, which one's that?
Dragon's Dogma.
Huh. Interesting.
I need to charge my phone. So it's 23%. Oh, it's okay. I'll write this and I'll charge it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What party? Oh, did you catch the Gibble?
No, I'm going to try and find a specific Gibble to catch.
Are they different?
Well, yeah, there are a couple different abilities you can have a Gibble with. Some of them make a sandstorm, other ones have rough skin that deals damage to enemies when they do a physical attack. I want to get one that makes a sandstorm. And I also want it to be male because I have a name in mind that I always use. And it works better like that. Also, just a force of habit. Anyways. We're gonna be here a while, because I want that Gibble. I will find that Gibble that I am looking for. I will find the Gibble. like you have not seen me do something for as long as I will do this if I do not find that Gibble. I will stay here for the entire stream if I don't find the Gibble. Gibble. I wonder if this is going to be the Gibble. It better be the Gibble. Okay, it's not making a sandstorm, but it's a male Gibble. So I'll catch this one, and then if I find the one with the sandstorm, then I'll go with that one. So let's see. I don't want to risk attacking it because I'm like 20 levels ahead of it. So I'm going to throw an Ultra Ball at it. Cross your fingers. Hey, I got it. Nice.
Nice. That's good.
Yep. Now, here's hoping it's the one I was looking for. I will give it the nickname that I give the Gibble, and then I'll look at its summary
Wait, what?
to see what ability it has. I'll look at its summary once I do this. Now then, back to the place we just came from so I can check this Pokemon's stats.
Ow.
And if it doesn't have the right numbers or the right ability, then I'm going back out there to find another one.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a question.
What's the question?
Okay. So, I have choices. I know where we are. This is how I go home to this other exit. Okay, anyways. Sorry. I have choices for the song. That I put in to the I submit as a link.
Use the
hold on,
song that
hold on.
means the most to you.
I have many.
Okay,
Remember, I listened to Toby Keith a lot during emotionally fucked up moments. So I was like 8 or 9 when the worst one happened. So like I didn't know what it was, but like a trauma, yay. And I have a lot of emotional like moments with these songs. So let me find the album I'm gonna look at. Cause it's just need to find the right album cover.
alright. It's been about a half hour. Clover should be here any minute. That's gonna be fun.
Okay.
How does a Doug Trio know Sucker Punch? That requires a limb of some kind.
It
Which-
does. It uses its brethren as fists.
Oh, like
Okay.
that Barnacle one.
Yeah.
Alright. I've got the songs. Okay, so the first one is Should Have Been a Cowboy. The second one I'm considering is Wanna Talk About Me. And the third one is God, what's it? How Do You Like Me Now?
Alright.
back.
Welcome back, Sid.
Thank you,
Also, there's a big echo on your end.
bruh.
Because when I said hi, welcome back, I immediately heard myself talking.
Yeah, I don't have my headset because I honestly don't have the energy to deal with it. I might just mute my microphone.
Oh.
I'll be here, but like, I don't know. Maybe in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, it's understandable. But yeah,
I've got to get a shower in about like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna mute.
alright.
Fair.
I'll listen to y'all do whatever. I might leave the voice chat temporarily, but I'll be back.
Okay. So,
Okey-dokey, and I'll be. I might unmute to talk. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm gonna mute unless I decide to put in my headset. In which case, I'll let you know if I do.
okay. So, yeah, Jenna, what I'm gonna suggest is go with the one that means the most to you. I already said that. But
Yes, I did.
if that's not a good decider, go with the one that you can English teacher the shit out of the most.
Oh, that's how you like me now. I could go real deep on that.
Then go real deep on that. Ooh, Trapinch.
All right, we go real deep. We deep on that. Let's go. I'm gonna low key call out every single one of my classmates except for Callie because they're all
Yes.
assholes to me.
Do it.
And I'm gonna be like, this is what I have to say to y'all when y'all see me in a whole bunch of years, you dirt poor asses, and I'm gonna be famous doing my own thing, okay? I don't plan to just be some rinky dink fucking photographer. That's what I gotta say about that. I will be well known, thank you very much. I am determined about that.
Oh, one thing I learned about the Pokemon move Bide is that if you keep attacking while the Pokemon is storing energy, it deals. Okay, so it takes all the damage that you did to it, doubles it, and deals it back to you. So if you don't do any damage while it's storing energy, then Bide will fail, and you've got a free turn.
Oh, I didn't know that. How many turns does it take?
I don't know, like 2 or 3? Let's see.
How?
A dynamic punch. It's only got 5 PP, but it's a fighting type
Can I
move.
steal the charger? I've got 15% and I've got to finish this thing.
Let's see. Get rid of Iron Defense, because I don't ever use that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still on a quest for Gibbles. I will catch more Gibbles until I find the right Gibble.
Knox, I'm gonna DM you a link as to the song. I just need to make sure it's the right link.
Okay.
So just ignore it. Okay.
I'll listen to it once the stream is over as well. Ooh, so many Trapinch. You know, it's times like this I'm glad I chose a water type for my first starter. Because I could just do Water Pulse, and then things are done and over with. Of course, I probably will catch a Trapinch eventually, because Flygon is a pretty cool Pokemon. And I know it's the favorite Pokemon of one of my friends. That friend being Wild, if I remember correctly. His favorite Pokemon is Flygon. So catching one of those would be neat. You know, speaking of favorite Pokemon, I wonder, is Dugtrio anyone's favorite Pokemon? Like, is there a person that exists?
Probably.
Hey,
If you mean out of our friends, I don't think any of our friends have a favorite Pokemon that is Dugtrio.
yeah. I'm talking about, like, out of anyone anywhere, though, because there are so many more interesting Pokemon than Dugtrio. But, like, yeah, if anyone watching this stream likes Dugtrio enough for it to be their favorite Pokemon, please explain why. I'm genuinely curious. Now, where's all the Gibbles? I gotta find me some more Gibbles. It's all Dugtrio and Trapinch. See, the one that I caught has Sand Veil, which makes it faster during a sandstorm, but I know one of the abilities that Gibble can have lets it make sandstorms, which is the one that I want. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna Google this, actually, just to be absolutely certain. Now, let's see. What do I search? Gibble abilities in Pokemon Y, maybe?
I think it will work, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it's just Sand Veil and Rough Skin. But even then, Rough Skin is probably the better ability. It's the hidden ability, so it's a lot rarer. But, I wonder how do you get hidden abilities from out of Pokemon? Because at this point, like, is it like a really rare thing, or is it like a you have to do specific things thing?
I have no idea.
Mhm. Oh well. I guess I'll just keep the Gibble that I caught, and I'll add it to my party, because I want a Garchomp eventually. Because Fist. And Cynthia was the best champion in any of the games. Don't
Hey,
at me.
I need to show you guys something. Look in streaming VC chat. This is a real weapon that existed.
I
I
accepted the wrong thing. Oops.
I can't exactly check right now, so someone describe to me what that weapon is.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. What is that?
That is a real gun that is a combination of a PDW and a grenade launcher.
What the fuck?
You guys ever seen the Flintlock Katar?
Yeah, I have, actually.
It's cool, ain't it?
Yeah. You're talking about the one oh yeah, no, now I remember what you're talking about. I was confused.
The
'cause
Katar with the two guns on the sides.
yes, that one. I forgot what a Katar was for a
Yeah.
second, but yeah, I've seen
The
that.
stab 'em and blast 'em.
Yeah, you can also have the flintlock that also has an axe head on the pommel.
Huh. Wasn't there a rifle axe?
Yes, several.
Hmm. Now, who do I switch out of my party to get the Gibble in here? I'm definitely never getting rid of Superman. He's too valuable.
100%. Okay, yeah, definitely not doing the voice today.
Alright, let me try this one.
100%.
I don't know what else you were gonna say,
Really good.
but like,
That
yeah.
was good. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so who else would I possibly be able to move out of here? Cause like, water
Sugar
type.
Shock.
Oh yeah, Sugar Shock. I keep having to bench Sugar Shock every time I need to make room for another Pokemon.
Might be a sign.
Damn, but Sugar Shock is so fun. It's so fun to have Sugar Shock in the party. But yeah, what kind of voice would you want to do for Helix when you get your voice back? Because Helix is what I called this, Gibble.
What?
I said, what kind of voice are you thinking of doing for Helix once your voice comes back?
No clue. I'll figure it out when it comes.
Alrighty then. Because Helix is never exiting my party, just like Superman. Mainstay.
Got it.
You gotta respect Cynthia's choice of Ace, you know? I mean, there's a reason that Cynthia is the most terrifying champion, and people who played Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum get like the Vietnam flashbacks when they hear her theme, you know?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Like, there's a reason for that.
It's like you walk into the house and you see Cynthia, the door locks behind you.
But yeah, like my team's gonna have so many aces in it by the time I beat the game. And what's sad is, even though this is a perfectly legitimate copy of Pokemon Y that I am playing on a perfectly real and legitimate 3DS, I'm not going to be able to transfer any of these Pokemon up through the games.
Yeah, because Pokemon Company fucking sucks with that.
Yeah. At least when the 3DS game shop goes down, the Pokemon Bank is going to be free. Like, no subscription or anything, just free.
Yep.
So you just get it, wait for the shop to go down, then start using it. That's what I'm doing. And then I'll be able to transfer things up a lot easier. Of course, then I'll have to contend with Pokemon Home, which the one box I get for free is already almost full. Seriously, why can't the transfer tools just be free? They already have so much money from people buying the games. Do they need the subscription service money just so that people can store their Pokemon? Like,
Pokemon Company we're talking about.
I know it's Pokemon Company, but like, they don't need the extra income from this.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't need it, but they want it.
Those greedy bastards.
Yeah, that sums up about all corporations.
Literally any company and all time.
Damn.
Wagga bagga bobo.
Wagga bagga bobo.
Wagga bagga bobo. Up!
I guess Clover's gonna be here momentarily, so that's gonna be cool. Of course, unless he watches the feed that I'm giving, he's gonna have no idea what's going on. But gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. Gonna be awesome. 'Cause
Clover's here.
yo, Clover! Is Clover here?
Yes.
Awesome.
Clover's in, just not saying anything.
Well, howdy, Clover. If you want to know what's going on, I am sharing my screen of what I'm doing. So, yeah. And if you are trying to talk, but we are not getting the audio, then that's something that could be happening.
Yeah, Clover just said in streaming VC chat that his mic isn't working.
Oh. Rip. That's a bummer, Clover. The first time you come into my streams in a while and your cameo is silent. God damn. I guess you're not as lucky.
Can you guys hear me?
Yo, I can hear you, Clover.
Clover!
Yeah, now you guys are just gonna be really quiet. I tried to put you guys on my headset, and it will not for whatever reason. So
Oh. Well, that's fine. If you couldn't get your audio to work, I was gonna make a joke. You wanna know what the joke was gonna be?
I would like to hear.
Okay, the joke was gonna be not as lucky as your namesake tonight,
is the
are you,
joke?
Clover?
What was that?
It was not as lucky as your namesake tonight, are you, Clover?
Dude, I'm never lucky.
Wasn't that like
First
one of the
luck.
gimmicks for your character in the old SMP?
That's the joke.
Yeah, that's just me. I have horrible luck.
Damn. You've got horrible luck, I've got a horrible sense of direction. We're a perfect team.
Yes. Uh, how is everyone?
I'm good. Sid's throat is dying, Wario's throat is dying, Jenna's throat is dying.
The only ones who aren't dying are you and Nox.
My throat was dying earlier.
God, am I the only one who's not got throat problems this week?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
guess.
goodness. Look, next thing you know, Bag's gonna pop into the VC and have throat problems.
Well, mine was just because I was like thirsty and I hadn't drinking in a while, so
Oh, that's
but I'm better.
understandable. Yeah. So, are you watching the screen share?
I tried, but I think because I'm on my phone, I can't actually see what you're doing.
Oh, you're on your phone.
Yeah, because my computer does not work.
Oh.
I mean, technically it does work, but I don't have a desk at the moment, so
Oh. Well, for mobile Discord, I think if you go into the VC, like the actual VC, not staying in the VC chat, like if you click on the VC channel,
yeah, no, I can like
and
it's
then
similar to
yeah, but like then you get to the part where you see everybody's rectangles, and you just if you're not actively watching the screen share, then I think there's just a blank one that's like watch stream or something, and you click on that.
well, I clicked on it and it was just like a oh I can see it, but it's very small. Okay.
Yeah, I think if you click on it again, it'll be your whole phone screen.
I have a very bad phone.
I could guess.
I got it at Walmart, so that explains.
You got your phone at Walmart. People make fun of me for getting my shoes at Walmart. Namely, people I talk to on here.
That's where my mom and I got. That's where my whole family got their phones, is Walmart, because it was cheapest.
Oh, I got mine. I got my first phone on my sister's birthday because they were having a sale. So like my sister's celebrating her birthday, and I come back before dinner with a new phone.
That's awesome.
And I'm never gonna forget that because it's the funniest way to get your first phone.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, man.
Yeah. And then it's just every 2 or 3 years I get a free upgrade because of the plan my dad's got, where it's like if you're up to date on all of your payments and your data stuff, then you get a free upgrade every 2 or 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I just oh sorry, what were you gonna say?
oh, I was just gonna ask you what your favorite Pokemon is.
I don't like Pokemon that much, honestly.
Oh.
Let me be honest, like the only real Pokemon exposure I've had is the show, and that's not.
Yeah, the show is kind of eh. If you want good introduction to Pokemon, watch a playthrough of a game, or play a game, or read the manga. Pokemon Adventure. That's a good manga. Pokemon fucking die. There's this one time where like a Seviper is battling a Charmeleon, and
Alright.
the Charmeleon uses like cut or something.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happens to the Seviper?
What?
Its head gets cut off. And there was a time when a haunter used the gases that come off of its body to like puppet a bunch of dead Pokemon to be like a zombie army.
What? I thought this was Pokemon.
It is. And then in this manga, some of the gym leaders are part of Team Rocket. So like this is like the Kanto stories, like Pokemon Red, Blue, Green. So Sabrina, Lieutenant Surge, they're part of Team Rocket in this manga. And it's crazy because the gym leaders actually do things instead of just battling and then never being seen again.
Cool. When I was a little younger, I was interested in Pokemon, but I never got the chance to play any of the games just because of, I never really had like anything to play it on. But
A quick question: which direction is east?
in the
You know
game,
how you know how the United States is often called the West? Think the opposite side of the world.
Oh, so it would be to the right.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
9
love
steps
how
to
you
the
got-
right.
I love how you got that, despite the fact that you could literally also go left and it would still work with the United States allegory thing.
Well,
Technically,
every
yes, but most maps have the U.S. on the left of the map.
every map I've seen, the U.S. is on the left. I know the U.S. would probably put themselves in the center, but yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no. Shockingly, no. It's very surprising, but they actually don't for the most part.
Oh, because
For the
I've
most part.
seen maps, like United States maps of the world, where they cut Eurasia in half just so that the U.S. could be in the center of the map.
I
Oh, I've
see.
seen that. Sorry.
Like, the U.S. be like, I just sawed this continent in half.
That was fucking good.
Yeah. It's a lot of damage.
The continent's gonna need some flex tape.
Yeah. And some Gorilla Glue. Have you ever seen the compilation of Gorilla Glue commercials where they perfectly cut off the screams of the people? Like
Yeah, those are
Gorilla
kinda fun.
They cut screams so much.
like Gorilla shows up, people and then it cuts off cuz it it's hilarious when you see it. Sid, if you ever do another one of those videos where you watch videos and react to them, you're gonna need to watch the compilation of perfectly cut Gorilla Glue ads.
Perfectly cut screams are definitely gonna be on the list for sure.
Yeah, but specifically the
100%.
Gorilla Glue stuff, because that's hilarious.
It really is.
Perfectly cut screams are more than just the Gorilla Glue, though. You know.
I know, but the Gorilla Glue ones make me laugh.
But it's the exact same concept. You're just talking about a very specific version.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, it's an ugly fucker.
I don't even got anything for you, man. You're just pathetic.
Yeah. these-
What the fuck is?
These Team Flare guys, they don't have much flair to them.
They're ugly.
Yeah. Like, I don't even got any roasts anymore. You guys are just pathetic.
Hey, Clover, can you come up with any good roasts for the Team Flare grunts?
If I knew what they were, I would.
They're pretending to be stylish, and they're assholes. And they like the color red
yeah.
so much that they match their hair and their suits and their
That is
sunglasses.
That is Orange Knox.
Right.
You're colorblind. Remember.
Yes. I remember. But fire is orange, and they've got a fire theme. So when I see the red and it looks orange, I don't think about whether it's red or orange. I just think, oh,
You said it
but I said it when I see it looking orange, I don't think about whether it's red or not, is what I was saying.
But you said it looks red.
When?
But it's just my brain hurts.
You said it looked red, like right before we said no, that's orange.
But you said it was red!
We didn't.
You didn't?
We
said
said
that
that you. We said you said it looks red. You said it looks red. That's what we said, and we corrected you saying it was orange. We never said it looked red.
Okay, now I'm confused.
What do you,
Are we all confused now?
I guess. Look, you said, you, Nox, Nocturnal Symmetry, said it looked red. Then us, mainly Wario.os operating system here, Wario, Walui.gi, said and corrected you, saying, no, that is orange. And then it spawned a fucking argument because we don't understand each other.
I could have sworn I said it was orange and you guys said it was red.
No, that's not what happened.
That is
It's
literally
not?
what happened. I
No.
can get you know
What?
what? Fuck this. I'm going back. I'm gonna clip this.
If it's not too late.
Why is my brain lying to me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what to believe anymore.
Believe me, I don't either.
I'm so confused.
Gonna deafen real quick.
All right.
Okay. But yeah,
Matter
I'm,
of a kind.
I'm so confused. Like, what's true and what's not anymore? I don't even know.
You're yawning.
Yes, I am. I do that late at night.
Probably because you're tired.
Yes. I get tired late at night too.
Well, fucking obviously.
Yeah. Anyways.
Also, don't mind me. I am watching what you do, but I also got, like, not bored because I'm bored of what you do. That's not it. I got bored because my brain needs multiple things stimulating it at once because it's dumb. So I'm also looking at pretty things in Genshin Impact at the same time.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
I have that problem too. I have a very short attention span. That's why
Yeah.
that's why when I'm bored, no one's talking in a VC, I just leave because I'm bored. It's not
That's
because
fair.
I'm rude.
Yo, your attention span is the height that I wish I was.
I'm back. I have proof now.
You have proof?
Awesome.
I will watch this proof once stream is over.
Streaming VC chat,
What
and
show?
I was right.
You were right? Did I? So I said it was red.
Yes, you said it was red.
Then why do I remember saying that it was orange and you said it was red? Why do I remember that?
What you meant to say, and it came out wrong, and so your brain tricked itself into thinking you said what you meant to say, except you didn't. Because mine does that too. So
I'm so confused.
Brains can be assholes at times.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I am aware.
yeah.
Like, goddamn. How was I was double I was a double negative on my color blindness. What the hell?
I did kind of I thought of a kind of funny joke when that was going on though.
Tell the joke.
So it's a Pokemon joke. Now I don't know a lot about Pokemon, but I know like in Pokemon they use like attacks and stuff, and it's like, you know, the Pokemon use whatever, right? Nox, use confusion. Huh. It's not that funny, but
Yeah. I mean, it fits the theme. It fits the
Yeah.
theme.
also, while that was going on, I actually figured out how to watch the stream.
Nice.
Yo,
So yeah.
Nox,
Yes, Clover.
So, have you heard of a new game that came out called The Quarry? Have you heard of it?
I have not.
It's by the same people who made Until Dawn.
Oh, the one with the really freaky Wendigo?
Yeah.
I will
Don't
say-
that.
Okay, so Nox, I know. Okay, so it's pretty much accepted at this point. You don't see the name of that creature. Like, obviously, you had no ill intentions, but just it's disrespectful to the people in that culture. We know what you're referring to, but you just can't say the word, unfortunately.
All right then. I mean,
Just
like,
as a heads up. Sorry.
I've heard, like, I've seen people talk about this. That topic online, and I've seen people on both sides of it who are from that culture. Some of them be like, "Oh yeah, my grandmother told me stories all the time when I was a kid, and always used its name. Like, how else does it get passed down? Someone's got to say the name or write down the name or blah blah blah." So some people who are part of that culture are perfectly fine with it, and others say that you should never say it. So it's like,
Yeah,
which
that
side
is-
do you believe? Because if both sides have people from the same culture saying that it's okay or don't do it, like, which side
is
do you
really
believe? You
weird.
know?
It is weird, but at this point, considering people just have to come like this is just something that I've learned and I've adapted to do, mainly out of paranoia, but also so I can succeed because I do want my streaming to be a career and I do want my career to be content creation, whereas you're still somewhat doing it like a hobby, somewhat.
Mhm.
I've learned that as soon as I hear someone doesn't like something, I research it intensively. I ask for second opinions. I look into shit as deeply as I can, and I form my own actions based off of that. And usually, it's just not doing the thing because it hurts somebody, and that's just That's just how I personally work.
Yeah.
And so far, it's gotten me out of any cancellation range. So
Yeah.
yeah. Sadly, it sucks, but you kind of have to function like that if you want to make it your job full time.
Well,
If
damn.
it's a hobby, it's a little different, but still, it's it is also a respect thing at the same time.
Helix is evolving.
Yo, I just realized something I haven't done that I need to do.
What?
I need to fucking get on Jeff's account on Genshin because he really wants Ito, and Ito's rerun is in like I think a few days.
Ah,
That's something I have to do.
understandable. Good luck.
Thank you. I
Oh,
will still be
damn,
watching.
I
of course.
really don't want to be living in California right now.
Why? What happened this time?
More wildfires?
No, I looked into a California. You want to know how much gas costs in California?
A
How
lot?
much?
$6.
Wow.
Ah!
God damn.
Ugh. No!
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell is right.
How much does gas cost? I think
I've
heat
seen
costs about
highest I've seen in my area is like $4, but Jackson says he's seen like 5 around his campus. And
It's
all
like-
of a sudden I'm hearing $6 in California.
It's like $2 or $3
More.
here, but
Well,
More
that's
than-
Canadian dollars,
yeah, American money is worth more than Canadian money, so.
which is weird because y'all's is lower too. So like y'all's is like hella cheaper.
Yep.
I'm gonna mute my microphone and just keep my door open because I'm fucking baking in here and it's not fun.
Fair enough. I've got one window open. I can't open the other one because it's raining, and the rain comes in like horizontal through that window if I leave it open and it rains. So I can only have one of my windows open, so the airflow is severely limited. But it's just enough that I'm not soaking my chair in sweat. So we're good.
Yippee! Somebody just posted on Tumblr. You ever think about how fucking weird some of the more recent memes are? The autism beast, the little German boy, the wizards. Like, seriously, what the hell? And someone
What?
responded with entering the Fable era.
Scuze, explain please. I don't social media much.
basically, there's a lot. There's memes going around. The autism beast is that little weird white creature that goes yippee.
I've never heard of it before.
You haven't heard of the autistic creature? What the fuck?
I've heard of the
Wow.
anxiety creature.
The what?
The anxiety creature.
Anxiety creature.
You never seen
Huh.
that game? It's like a multiple choice thing. You play as this red wolf that is like the embodiment of a girl's anxiety. But it's like
No.
the wolf thinks that it's protecting her when really it's just making her an anxious mess. And then at the end of the
Never-
game, if you make the wrong choices, like she jumps off a roof. So you have to be really careful with your answers and all that.
We have literally never heard of this.
You've never heard of that game.
What the fuck?
Well, I can't remember what the game's called, but I do remember like some of the content of it, and it's basically like
Bro,
like it's like
Let me explain the. I'm gonna put the autism creature in streaming VC chat. Oh well, wait. No, Sid already did.
okay, I'm actually gonna look. I'm actually gonna look at this one because I need to know what this is. Let's see here.
Oh,
That
I think I
thing?
have seen that.
Yes, that is the autism creature.
That thing's the autism creature?
Yes, also known as the TBH creature.
I've only ever seen that thing once, and it was in like the Storytellers VC chat, and there was a clip, and it was like two of them fighting or something.
That was me.
Oh,
That was me who sent it. I still have that video. Epic battle scene yippee.mp4.
okay. I didn't know that that's what that was. Okay.
The little German boy is the one that goes, let's look at Fortnite and drink cola. Yippee!
I've never heard that either.
How?
I told you I don't social media much. I just stay in my bubble.
Nox, I totally agree with that statement.
If I leave the bubble, I see funny stuff, but I also see a bunch of toxic stuff, so I stay in my bubble.
The bubble is safe.
The bubble is safe, the stuff in the bubble is enjoyable, there's no reason to leave the bubble.
That is fair. I do the exact same thing though.
Like, I'm
I
on
do the exact opposite.
I'm on Reddit for some art, I'm on Twitter for some art, that's it.
I do YouTube and yeah, that's it.
I'm here to say I do Discord. I do Newgrounds to post art and look at some stuff sometimes. I have YouTube for posting the occasional animation thing. That's kind of it, really.
Oh yeah, Newgrounds. You know, I completely forgot to keep posting my art to Newgrounds.
Do that more.
I completely forgot. How did I forget about Newgrounds? I've got so much art that I didn't post there that I probably should post there eventually.
Well, I guess you know what you're doing after stream.
Well, not exactly, but I'll probably do tomorrow. If I'm not, busy playing Cyberpunk or sleeping.
Oh fuck! I forgot to take my meds.
Oh,
Chuck those pills.
I had to take those 3 hours ago.
yo, drugs?
Yo, drugs. Yo, so you know how I went to the next? I told you about how I went into the hospital, right? Did I tell you about that?
I don't think you did. You told me about your computer dying and you getting a new one.
Yes, but yeah, this weekend I went to the emergency room. I had a kidney stone and stuff.
Oh yeah, you
Oh.
did mention that.
Yeah, and they gave me pain meds. Dude, that stuff was strong. Wow.
You know what? You know what? If only if only they could give you pain meds for the pain meds.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you take pain meds because you took pain meds?
Well,
Is that what you're saying? Or
well, there's a story that goes along with that statement. You see, one time I had to go in to the doctor for some toe shenanigans. Had to get part of a toe cut off. So they give me
oh yeah,
they
okay.
give me this long ass needle full of painkiller stuff. They stick it
Yeah,
in the side of my toe, deep as fuck.
yeah.
Hurts like hell. It's all I can do to stop my foot from automatically pulling away. Takes a couple
Mhm.
minutes to take effect, all the while that thing hurts.
Yeah.
I'm back. I have a Lunchable.
Ah, yes, food.
Yes.
But yeah,
Food.
that's
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying is they should give you painkillers so that you can take the painkillers.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean.
How do y'all eat your Lunchables, by the way?
Depends on the ones. I usually get the hot dog ones, in which case,
I'm talking about the basic ham, cheese, and cracker combo.
Usually, honestly, I'll make sandwiches with like 2 of the crackers and a piece of ham and a piece of cheese. But I usually do the turkey instead of the ham.
here's what I do. Scooby-Doo style, everything, and then I take a section of it, put it in my mouth till nothing else will fit, and then I eat that. Rinse and repeat.
I used to do the exact same thing, except it wasn't sections.
Nice.
You have a more elastic jaw than I do, my friend. I congratulate you.
Oh no, it's because I put them in lengthwise.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
Oh.
But it's like your cheeks can only stretch so much before you can't fit anything else in your mouth that way.
Oh no, I was basically guzzling that down like liquid.
Oh! You have no gag reflex.
Oh, I do.
Good to know. Oh, you do. Oh,
What was that, Sid?
that's disappointing.
Yeah, what was that, Sid?
I was saying I see. However, hearing you have one, I'm saying it's a disappointment.
And why is that, Sid? Could you share with the class?
No need.
Literally, in what scenario would you be a top? It's such a disadvantage for you.
Fuck, I'm 100% a top.
I'm sorry, but you're not. If anything, you're a switch at most. I'm sorry, but you don't give me full top energy.
Anyway,
Shut
full
up.
disclosure. Oh, sorry.
No,
I
not
think he
you.
was talking to Sid. You keep
Yeah,
going,
I know.
Clover.
What I was gonna say is full disclosure. I haven't had a Lunchable since I was like 6.
You're missing out. Those things taste good, especially the hot
I
dog
had them
ones.
last week. I like getting the fucking upgradable ones, the upgrade ones with like you have a sandwich and Pringles and something sweet and a drink. Hi, Jackson.
Jenna!
Is a Jackson.
Jenna
My
BB,
mother says
hello!
I guess. Yes, I know, but we're live right now.
What? What's
Help
going
me.
on? Hey,
My
Clover,
mother
I'm
was
kind
my
of
mother
dying.
was
Hey,
my
Clover.
mother was screaming hello to you.
Oh, hello. I'm kind of dying
She's in
right now.
another room. She can't hear you.
Oh, I'm kind of dying because roller coaster screaming.
Fair.
Ah,
Hi,
yeah.
Clover.
Yo.
Also, Nox, everyone else is still a tad bit quiet on your streams. Not much. I just watched the clip, and in the clip you were very like loud, and Sid was like hearable, but it was like if you were talking, no one would be able to hear anything else.
Okay, I've turned myself down a bit. Is that better?
Let me go check. Hold on.
Okay, because, like, now I'm only, like, as far as the dial thing is, away from the desktop audio. So it's, like, only a little bit louder.
Okay, look, Sid, all I will say
Yes.
is that even if I'm a bottom, I am not on the receiving end.
Literally, the bottom is the receiving end. Well, no.
No, you're right. The bottom is
Yeah,
the
no,
end
you're
that
right.
receives.
No.
The
There's
bottom,
a thing called.
like,
There are things.
fuck. My cat
you
stopped on
can-
my hand. Sorry. Ow. Okay. No, I had it mixed up. So I had it mixed up. When you're on the bottom, you're receiving. However, behavior-wise, it's like dom or sub. So you could be like a top sub, for example. That's
Yeah,
a thing.
that's called the service top.
See, I didn't know the actual fucking title for it somehow. See, even I'm still learning these things, and I'm one of the horniest people here.
Yeah, like I agree though. I am a service top.
I love we can just talk about this shit so casually.
Especially on Twitch. Crazy, huh?
Crazy. Good thing the
Well, I mean,
channel's
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Especially when Twitch After Dark gets implemented.
Oh,
Yo,
God,
what's
I fucking
Twitch
can't
After
wait for
Dark?
that.
Oh, you are gonna love it, Nox. It's basically like the Pornhub version of Twitch.
Yo.
They
It's
actually allow
basically like-
adult content.
Yeah, it's literally basically like Twitch, but all the sexual content guidelines gone.
People
Meaning
are
we
gonna
can
love
literally-
that.
Literally, if we wanted to, we could literally make like a hentai tier list and actually watch it to rate it and just be like, okay, so animation quality is nice, weird movement right here, weird way of lighting there, but very nice
Yeah,
physics.
legit. As
Literally, and
legit,
it's so fucking cool.
the way I do it, literally, whenever I watch hentai, I don't watch it for the sexual part. I watch it to review it.
Literally me too. Literally me too. Oh my fucking god. Like I like looking at the art style. I like reviewing the story behind it because sometimes there is. It's not always just sex. I like reviewing shit, and I could fucking do that if I were to move to Twitch After Dark.
You
I
know,
think the way it would work was it wouldn't even be like moving. It would basically be like it's kind of like an integrated thing. Like you can just click a button and boom, Twitch After Dark.
Oh my god, please.
I haven't actually watched hentai in a while. For the most part, I just read now.
Very fair. There are very nice fics out there, so.
Yeah. Besides, I find the way that they do the voices kind of weird.
Are you listening to the Japanese dub or like an
Yeah.
English dub?
I'm listening
you
to like the
listening to the
original
original
audio. It's just
audio?
like
That's why.
That's Japanese, Nox.
That's
No,
just how
but, like,
people speak in Japan.
I mean like the over the top moaning.
Literally,
just-
that's also
that's
just how they
just-
sound.
That's just
Honestly.
how they sound.
Oh.
I've
wa-
seen.
Look, as someone, I will admit this. I have
Yeah.
I have watched porn with Japanese people in it. They genuinely sound like that during sex.
They do.
Really?
They genuinely do. I can also attest to this. I've also seen it. Although I still prefer animated stuff because you can get way more creative.
Yeah, that's the only reason I actually watch hentai.
That, but
Just 'cause,
also, but also, no human trafficking and no
That and-
assault. It's
And
way more
also actual storylines.
so true. Literally. If I were to move to Twitch After Dark and I start streaming there instead, at least maybe part time if I want to do family friendly content. Which, let's be honest, I don't think I really want to. Honestly, at least not for the most part. If I do, it's just going to be stuff on YouTube.
Or stuff
I-
on my channel. Because
Yeah.
I do games.
Yeah. You know what I think would be probably the best starting thing for
What?
like a hentai tier list? Category.
Yeah,
tier
true.
list.
True.
Because let's be
What
real,
if-
there's a fucking lot of those.
There's you have like classical anime tropes and you have hentai specific tropes. Like there's
Yeah.
Isekai versus Futanari, for example. There's so many fucking possibilities, and they can all have intersectionality as well.
You know what?
And
You know
I've
what?
also- What?
It's funny. It's a Pokemon stream, and we haven't said one thing about Pokemon in like, I don't know, a half hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did, Nox, I did check on the stream. I am very quiet.
Oh. Well, I've got the two audio things in OBS almost at the same place, So if you're quiet, then it's a Discord thing. But I'm pretty sure I have your volume at like 70, which is where I have everyone's volume, because otherwise they're too loud in my ears.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can hear you guys fine. So
Yeah. Also, fun fact: I literally learned that in Japan, they just straight up have. They think that there are words that Americans use during like sexual stuff that don't actually exist.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, like you got shit like cherry boy.
Yeah, I've never fucking heard that before.
what's
Yeah,
that
it's
supposed to be,
basically-
like a euphemism for virgin?
Yes.
That would make sense.
And it's weird. It's only used in Japan, but they think it's used everywhere else.
Huh. You'd think they'd do research for something like that.
It's porn.
Well, yeah, but
That's
the-
a
the-
fair argument.
But the more believable it is, the better it's gonna be.
It's
You don't know
animated
how-
porn. It's animated porn.
Yeah, but if the dialogue is weird, it's gonna pull you right out of the mood, you know.
And you would be amazed just how much
Yeah.
people would be into that. There are certain people that are just into the weirdest things. There's a literal scat fetish, Nox.
Ew, disgusting. Let's not talk about
Yeah,
that ever
exactly.
again.
That's my exact point right there. There's shit that people are just into that
Literally.
personally I do not agree with.
Most hentai sites literally have the tag "ugly bastard."
Yeah,
God damn.
That's a fetish for some reason.
yeah.
Well, it's good to know
My
there's it's good to know that there's someone for everyone. But I guess the conversation kind of weirded out Jenna, so
Oh no, they were deafened for a while.
They were, yeah.
oh. Well, maybe it was the fact that we were talking about this stuff at all then.
Maybe, I don't know.
So like maybe we should at least just change the subject
Yeah.
in case
sorry.
he wants to come back.
Sorry.
So yeah, Pokemon. Crazy.
Yeah, let's actually talk about Pokemon. Another ugly fucker. Why are they all so ugly?
They all have the same fashion sense. Of course they're all going to be ugly.
True.
Monox, did you hear about Hercules?
You mean Heracles?
No.
No, I'm talking about the Disney movie, Nox.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't tell me they're doing a live action remake of that now.
they are.
Ooh, right
God
ahead there,
damn
Nox.
it. Why
No,
must
that was
they
such a good
why must they
movie.
butcher their best films?
Oh yeah, and can't forget, it's made by the same person that made the live action Aladdin.
No, why?
I have officially I'm boycotting all of the live action movies. I haven't seen any of them.
Neither have I.
And
It's
haven't
horrible.
either.
They
And
should-
The worst one so far was the live action Mulan.
haven't seen it.
They turned Mulan into a Mary Sue with an ex machina at the end instead of a women can do anything men can do through hard work story.
And can't forget the fact that they filmed in a literal location in China that was a concentration camp.
And they got rid of
That-
Mushu. They got rid of Mushu.
Yeah, but I think the part I mentioned is a little bit more significant.
Well, yeah. I was just trying to cap it off on something that wasn't too serious.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
so,
Also,
by the way-
that's fair. Also, the story it did suck.
Yeah.
Alright, and also Nox, I was listening to stream for a minute. You're extremely loud on stream.
I have
Like
the...
compared to everybody else, you're extremely loud.
Okay, I'll turn my audio down more.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Okay, my audio is basically the same level as the desktop audio now in OBS, so
Yeah,
that should be better.
That's usually what I do. I usually put myself either at it or a little lower. Usually, that's just how I personally do it because I'm
Mhm.
also, well, I tend to be loud. That's one thing, but also your mic is just more sensitive than like what comes from your desktop because
Yeah,
that's also lots of sources at once.
fair enough.
Oh, hey, remember when they made a quote unquote live action Lion King?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was kind of funky.
they replaced
that-
and got rid of songs, and they made everything way less expressive for the favor of realism that nobody ever wanted.
And they insisted on calling it live action.
Yeah.
It wasn't even live action because it was CGI.
You know what? They should never have done a live action Aladdin because nobody can play the genie as well as Robin Williams did.
Yeah.
He was the best genie.
He was the best anything he played.
I know, right? When he played Teddy Roosevelt in what's it called?
Night at the Museum.
Thank you. Yeah, he was awesome in that.
He's awesome at everything. Have you ever seen Flubber?
Yeah. No, I have not.
Oh, that's a great one. What about Bicentennial Man?
No.
Another great one. Both of them. Robin Williams was the main character.
Oh, hey guys! Guess what was announced in 2020?
What?
But
A sequel to the live action Lion King.
God
no,
damn it. Disney, why must you force us to deal with this?
Well, hey, if it's a good sign, it's been 2 years and we've heard nothing. So
Yeah, that is a good sign. Oh, hey, people with even less style than those other guys. I bet you could come up with a good roast for these idiots.
Ooh.
Those two on screen there.
Oh, I don't know. Here, let me think.
Oh, well, this one's easy.
Well,
Bald. Bald, bald,
I,
bald.
I was thinking that, but that's a little like, I don't know. I was thinking the bald thing.
Like, at least the other guys have hair.
You know what? I was thinking of kind of a roast for the other guys, the guys with like the curly hair or whatever.
Oh, the ones that look like their heads are made of chimchar asses?
No, I was gonna say like the guys with the like the curly hair kind of look like a knockoff version of Jimmy Neutron that's trying to be cool. Like they got the hair all wrong and then they're trying to be cool about it.
Yo, it's Jimothy Nutrons.
Jimothy Nutrons. I like that. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm trying to think of a good roast for this guy. Dr. Evil.
I know that
You
from
get-
I know that name.
Austin,
Austin
Powers.
Powers.
Yes, Austin Powers. I couldn't remember that. Thank you.
Well, if you really think about it, like the most generic evil guy is bald.
Yeah. Bald, white coat. You know,
Round
Caucasian.
glasses most of the time.
all he's missing is a mini-me or a cat.
And don't forget the scar across one of his eyes.
Oh yeah, the
British
scar.
accent.
I mean, he looks like he'd have a
Also-
British accent.
He looks like he'd have the British accent and constantly say the word darling.
Darling.
Yeah, but not in the fabulous sort of way.
Yeah.
And like
no. Just a British way.
or maybe in kind of like a under my like a rude way almost.
Like he'd have one of those. He'd have one of the lower class British accents that you see in media.
Yup.
I just got reminded of my favorite fucking treat I ever got at school once.
What is it?
Y'all ever had worms and mud?
No, thank you.
Dirt and worms.
Oh,
No, it's
it's
not.
like
No, Yeah, it's like fucking chocolate cake with
With,
gummy worms in it.
Yeah, those are actually really good.
No thanks. I only subscribe to ice cream cake made of ice cream sandwiches and vanilla ice cream with peanut butter mixed into it, with
That
a
is
bunch of
very
different types
specific.
of chocolate bars crushed up and sprinkled on top.
That is very specific, Nox. Are
It
you okay?
is. It's homemade. It's great. I have it every holiday that involves cake.
Is that like your
I
is that your only dessert you ever have?
It's the only one I ever ask for.
Again, are you okay?
Yes, I am perfectly fine. Unless you count my pancreas being a no good dirty quitter.
Sometimes I forget that a pancreas is a real organ.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at my body, it basically isn't because it doesn't do its job. It's just a freeloader.
Yeah, but I mean, like, pancreas doesn't sound like a real name, you know?
Eh.
It's like it's an organ who's pretending to be a it's like on the run from like criminals. It's like I gotta think of a name. What's a good name? Pancreas. That's what I'll go with.
Yeah, like
Never mind. That was my
pancreas.
joke.
Like pancreas sounds like the kind of organ that like a TV show would make up to like introduce a cannibal character. Like, oh yes, we can tell that that this is the work of this cannibal because they only eat the pancreas. Like that sounds like it's made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get to stuff like the gallbladder, and you're like, come on. Naming something another organ's name and just adding something at the front.
Yeah. Oh, and then let's talk about the spleen.
Spleen. Isn't that the one that can explode for no reason?
No, that's
Yeah.
appendix.
Oh, appendix. Yeah.
Isn't that one pronounced appendix?
No.
No, it's appendix.
Huh. Well, I've been wrong my whole
Yeah.
life. Anyways.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, if you ever asked me what color something was, I was probably wrong about that.
Yeah, I know, but like I do have like very. Sid?
Sorry, I don't know what's happening with my. I don't know what happened to my microphone.
Anyone know what's going on with Jenna? He hasn't messaged me anything since he left.
Oh, no, I have no idea what's happening. I wouldn't worry about it, honestly. I have a feeling that it's not that big of. I have a feeling it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like literally 9:27 p.m. Okay, well I'm gonna dip. So it's so he probably just had something to do or just wanted to get some rest or something. I don't know.
Hmm,
Maybe.
maybe.
We literally have a organ called the thymus.
Isn't that the name of a dinosaur?
Yeah, but it's also the name of
Probably.
an organ. Oh, it's a gland.
A gland. What even are glands?
That is a weird name for something too. A gland.
Well, you know what's funny is like I feel like scientists when they're trying to come up with a name for something, they they get either like drunk or something just to come up with the most absolutely absurd word they can.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenna's in the chat. In the stream chat. It doesn't say the time that messages were sent, so I don't know how long it took. But I mean, I'm glad you're fine, Jenna. What? Hey, is that sarcasm? Seriously though, is that sarcasm? Sometimes I can't tell.
Maybe.
Wow, thanks for that. That was a big help.
also, yeah, I'm fucking quiet on stream.
Jeez, why are you so quiet on stream when I can hear you fine and on my end, and it's taking the audio directly from Discord and from my headset, which is where I'm hearing you from?
I don't know.
Oh, Jenna says that
mind.
it's the truth. Okay, all right then. Well, uh, well, yeah, Jenna, whatever you're doing, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, Wario's being hushed by the internet.
Hey, I am the internet.
You exist on the internet.
Not in my lore, I don't. In my lore, I am the internet.
Well,
Skynet, is that you?
you know, that'd
No, I
be
mean-
interesting. Oh, sorry.
I was just making a noise. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What I was gonna say is it'd be interesting though. It's like you meet someone, you talk to them for a while, and then they're like, "I am the internet," and then you realize you've never actually seen a picture of this person, and then you look up their name and they don't exist. Do 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 do.
Yeah, and then you got it sounds like something Walter White would say. You know, like when he says, "I am the danger."
Yeah,
It's
I actually
like,
haven't seen it.
Yeah, all I know that I haven't seen it either. All I know is the memes. But yeah, him saying "I am the danger," but it's instead "I am the internet."
Now say it in the Trash Man voice, because that'd be really funny.
I am the internet.
There you go. That's funny, ain't it?
Yes, it also hurt to do.
Oh, sorry. But wait, if you are the internet and an operating system, how do you have a throat that can feel pain?
Don't question.
But I'm gonna question because questions are the most important part of being a person. You ask questions,
yeah.
you learn.
Oh,
The
yeah,
pain.
okay, you're shadow banned from the internet now. Bye bye.
Yeah, like you have the power to do that
I am the internet, Miles.
in your lore. That's what you said is in your lore. You are the internet.
Which is wherever I occupy.
Wait,
This is
Jenna,
going
Jenna,
nowhere.
what privileges? What privileges are you talking about?
I think Jackson is referring because I remember Jackson talking about it earlier. What was it? Titty privileges.
Too late for DMs, Jenna. But I'll check anyways.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm putting something in streaming VC chat for Sid.
Oh, it's those privileges. Why would I lose those for questioning Wario, Jenna? Why would
What's
I
happening?
why would I lose those privileges for questioning Wario?
Thank you, Wario. That's an amazing image.
There's a car alarm going off outside my.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just tell it to shut up.
Shut up, car. No. Car said no, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nothing more we can do.
Oh, Jenna
No.
says, there were, I swear, 8 car alarms going off today. And then Jenna says, giant man. Why, yes, it
Giant
is a giant man.
I am confused.
A giant man in the Pokemon game.
Oh, okay. I probably should look at the stream to understand.
Oh, and Jenna, I did check my DMs. Why would I lose those privileges for questioning Wario?
Thank
What-
you, Jackson.
Jenna, why? Why you say that? Well, I mean, you do, but I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I can't tell what's funnier, if Jackson misplaced that I, or if he did it on purpose. I can't tell which would be funnier.
You know, I don't know either. I just know it's true and has nothing to do with anything.
Nice.
Oh, hey, Lumios City. The place that we weren't allowed to explore fully last time. But yeah,
Yes.
anyways. Yeah.
The first instance of perspective change in a Pokemon game.
You know, the first instance of perspective change with the camera was in black and white when you crossed that big giant bridge and the camera panned out so much that you could see like the whole bridge and you were just a little speck.
I meant forced perspective change in the way the camera works while you're moving, while you can still move the camera.
Okay, well, you should have been more specific because I know some of this stuff, alright? And I got confused, alright? You see? I got confused, see?
Yeah, well, if
Yeah.
it's not really easy to just think of specifics on the spot, see?
Back in the 1950s.
I give you a change of perspective. I can't do the accent very well. Damn. You know, there's been like a resurgence of like the Three Stooges recently.
Yeah, and I love it.
It's amazing. The internet humor has gone full circle all the way back to Slapstick.
In a sense, it's always been slapstick.
Yeah. But then it was E.
I mean, to be fair, isn't that not just an advanced form of slapstick? Because slapstick in and of itself is just nonsense.
Well, yeah, but it's nonsense that involves people physically getting hurt in comical ways.
You
That's
telling me
slapstick.
Nobody got hurt? You telling me nobody got hurt because of E?
I'm telling you that
Fine.
E itself isn't slapstick because it doesn't involve people getting hurt in comical ways. It's just a deep-fried picture of Markiplier's face on Lord Farquaad from Shrek with an E in front of it.
You telling me the process of making that image didn't hurt either Farquaad or Markiplier?
Markiplier just enjoyed it. Well, that's all
Yeah.
I know.
You know, Markiplier's most popular video is Meow, and he hates it.
I know.
Oh, I need to look up which one that is.
It's
I've watched
it's
that
the
video
one-
so many times.
it's the one with the cats that have Markiplier's mouth.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
Literally,
meow,
that's meowing.
meow, meow.
360
Meow.
360 million views.
Yeah.
He did several sequels too. Woof. Moo.
Moo. Moo is my favorite.
Mark. Yeah. Yeah, he did Woof and Mew. Woof, Meow, and Moo.
Graphics in this game are absolutely stunning.
Well, it's a
I
3DS
found it
game.
great.
I-
Wow, the
this-
limited 3D. Wow, the limited 3D effects in this game are really charming.
I wonder how those will
No.
advance in the next couple of years.
Although it is always kind of funny when you watch like an old YouTube video and they're just like, "This looks so amazing," and it's like, just wait.
I found the perfect freeze frame. Look in streaming VC chat for those who want to see.
Yeah, it reminds me of I forget Scott Falco. That's the channel. He does this Side of Salt thing where he does animated reviews for games and he does animations of speedruns. And in one of his Pokemon speedruns, a bunch of NPCs were always like, wow, he walks so lifelike. I wonder how this will advance in the next 10 years or stuff like that. And he'd always go like and then he'd move on because it was a speed run of like Pokemon Red and it did not advance in the next 10 years. And it was really funny because it was a running joke throughout the entire thing and I loved it.
You cut out, Nox.
Oh, when did I cut out?
Okay, that
You cut out right after you made your point.
Oh, I was just quiet after I made my point. I didn't say anything else after that.
Yeah, but it ended abruptly.
Oh. You mean like
So like it ended halfway through, but the point was made.
Ah.
Like
that
it,
makes
we,
it.
like we understood what you were trying to say and all that, but you didn't finish your sentence.
Gotcha. Well, it probably recorded for Twitch because it takes the audio directly from my headset, not from Discord. So you'll be able to hear everything that I said if you watch the stream.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyways.
I love in Pokemon X and Y. There's a specific scene where depending on the version, the main villains will just straight up either try to kill you or make you immortal.
Wait, hold on. Explain that to me again.
Depending on the version of the game, there's a scene in which Team Flare will try to either kill everyone in a building or make everyone in the building immortal.
Oh, that's because Yveltal is death and Xerneas is life.
Yeah.
So it's either like Team Flare gathered all these horrible people who were then going to be killed to make the world a better place, or Team Flare gathered all of these people who deserved to survive, and everyone else dies, or something, right?
It was just no.
Oh.
No. It's the same people no matter the version.
Yeah, it was just like different interpretations, you know.
Which include the player character.
Yeah, different interpretations, you know? Like, maybe in one of them, the leader, Lysander guy, was like gathering all those people to...
They explicitly try to make you immortal as a way of stopping you.
How's that supposed to work? Exactly.
I don't know.
I mean, like, is it the kind of immortality where you just get turned into, like, a tree or a turtle or something? Or is it, like, the same thing that happened to AZ, where he just doesn't die?
Yeah, I think it's more like they were hoping that if it worked, you would just join them.
I mean, look, if they made me immortal, I'd just be, like, in the game, a 10-year-old forever. Eternity to find a way to stop them.
Also, I like that no matter what version of the game it is, their goal is still to kill everything.
Yeah. I guess it's just in the one where it's Xerneas, they're like, I don't know, making themselves immortal so they can just outlast everyone else.
No. They explicitly use it, Xerneas to try to kill everyone.
But Xerneas grants life. How does that work?
I think that their whole goal is to, like, reverse the thing with Xerneas and have Xerneas basically suck up all of the life.
But that's Yveltal's job. When Yveltal is killed, it sucks all of the life force out of everything on the planet, and then returns to its egg state.
Yes, but remember, in Pokemon X, Yveltal doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, or it's just not the one that they were able to find?
There is literally no mention of Yveltal in Pokemon X.
Ah. But with other box legendaries um Groudon and Kyogre and Rayquaza, they all
Well,
exist.
that's the thing. In these games, you can only encounter the one.
Yeah, but lore-wise, like canonically,
In this game, in these games, the way it works is there's like this legend that involves one of the two, and depending on the version, they'll just swap places. Like like in one, like in Pokemon X, all the scenes that involve Yveltal will be replaced with Xerneas.
right? But what I'm trying to say is, in previous games, like uh, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza are like explicitly a trio. It's just the team is trying to get a different one depending on the game you play.
Yeah, no, Xerneas and Yveltal are completely separate.
So they're not just a duo, life and death.
No, they have literally no connection
Ah,
besides being, the legendaries of the games.
well, at least Zygarde is still around in both games. There should have been a Pokemon Z version though.
It should have been.
Yeah. I've only actually caught Zygarde once because I could never find where it was in any of my other playthroughs of the game.
Where?
Like, I found it the one time, and then I was never able to figure out where I went to get it ever again. And that first time, I used a fastball, and it got the auto catch. I wish I had kept that save, because that was so lucky.
Wait, are we talking about fastball or quick ball?
Whichever one is better when you throw it right at the start.
That's quick ball.
Okay, well, sometimes I get them mixed up.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure fastball is like the one that is more effective depending on the Pokemon's speed stat.
Oh, it's 11:57, almost midnight. So after we get through this quiz thing, I'll have to end off, and next stream, we can actually fight the gym leader.
Okay.
First, though, I'm switching around my party because Electric Gym, Water type Nalaiki. Let's go with Superman, because Superman,
Is a rock type.
yeah, which is
Oh wait, ground type. Even better.
immune to electric, right?
Yep.
Nice. Superman. Perfect for this.
Okay, did you remember the question that they asked?
Did they ask the question yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they did, and now there's only 2 minutes left, so we're gonna just do the quiz next time. Anything you guys want to talk about for the last under 2 minutes?
No, I have nothing to talk about.
Oh. Clover, you got any wise words?
I don't know. I mean, there was something I wanted to talk about, but nothing like important.
Oh. What was it?
Oh, I just wanted to talk about how 1.19 came out for Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
It has absolutely nothing to do with what you're streaming about. But...
Well, I might stream about that eventually.
Ah, gotcha. I'm sad I can't play it because I am all alone. I have no computer.
You still don't have a computer?
Well, I have a computer. It's a really old one. It's Windows 7 and I can't do anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
I hear Windows 11 has some kind of shady stuff in it. Like you can't turn off some things that you were able to turn off in Windows 10 or something like that.
I heard that too, but I forgot details.
Yeah. I guess
Well,
it's a good thing
Wish I knew that before I updated.
Yeah. I'm glad that I've just been refusing to update out of spite. 'Cause my computer keeps asking me to update anytime I have to reboot my computer. And I'm like, you know what? No.
You know what? Maybe I'll know.
Yeah.
Well, I have a long day tomorrow. I work and stuff, so I better go. It was nice
Yeah.
talking to you guys, though.
It was nice talking to you too, Clover.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye, Clover.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so now I'll save my game and do my outro because it's 12. All right then. Thank you everybody for watching. I do one of these every week, except for last week. That doesn't exist yet. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I do one of these every week, and then I save them to my Twitch. So, yeah, feel free to follow if you want to keep track of these. I also try to post them to my YouTube channel at least a day or two after the stream itself. So if you want to keep up on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nocturnal Symmetry. And yes, I know that the icon is not the same one as my Twitch. I just wanted to use that icon for something. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.